Your HOA is lying to you about your lawn. And what I'm about to show you could save you thousands in fines. Most homeowners think they have to follow every single rule in that HOA handbook. But there's a legal loophole that even your HOA president doesn't want you to know about. I'm talking about a strategy that's been used in court cases across the country. And it's completely changing the game for homeowners who are tired of being controlled. So here's what's really going on. Your HOA has rules about grass height, usually between 2 to 4 inches. They'll fine you if your lawn gets too high. But here's the thing. There are certain types of grass that are legally protected under environmental laws. Native grasses, that's the loophole. In most states, if you're growing native plants or grasses, you can claim environmental protection. Your HOA can't touch you. These grasses are considered beneficial for the ecosystem. They prevent soil erosion, they support local wildlife, and they require less water. But it gets better. Some of these native grasses grow taller than what your HOA allows, way taller, and they can't fine you for it. Let me tell you about a case in Minnesota. A homeowner got fined repeatedly for letting their lawn grow past 6 inches. The HOA threatened legal action, but this homeowner planted native prairie grasses and wildflowers. They cited state environmental protection laws. The HOA took them to court, and guess what? The homeowner won. The judge ruled that native plantings fall under environmental conservation efforts. The HOA had to drop all fines. This isn't just a one-time thing. Similar cases have happened in Illinois, Wisconsin, and even Texas. Courts are siding with homeowners who use native landscaping. Now, before you go ripping out your entire lawn, there's a process to this. You can't just let your grass grow wild and call it native. That won't work. You need to be strategic. First, research what's actually native to your area. Every region has different native grasses. In the Midwest, you've got big bluestem and little bluestem. In the Southeast, mullygrass and sea oats. On the West Coast, purple needle. These aren't just random weeds. They're species that have grown in your area for thousands of years. Before suburbs existed, these were the grasses covering the land. Second, document everything. Take photos of what you plant, keep receipts, create a simple landscape plan. This shows you're being intentional, not just lazy about mowing. Third, notify your HOA in writing. This is important. Send them a letter explaining that you're transitioning to native landscaping for environmental purposes. Cite your state's environmental protection laws. Don't ask for permission. Inform them of what you're doing. There's a difference. You're not requesting approval. You're notifying them of your legal right. Most HOAs will back off at this point. They know the legal precedent. They don't want to waste money on a court case they'll probably lose. But what if they still push back? Here's where it gets interesting. You can file for a landscape variance based on environmental grounds. Many municipalities actually encourage native plantings. Some even offer tax incentives. Your city might have sustainability programs that support exactly what you're doing. Check with your local government. Get documentation that shows your native lawn aligns with city environmental goals. This creates a conflict for your HOA. They're a private organization, but they can't override municipal environmental initiatives. You've just given yourself another layer of protection. Now let's talk about the practical benefits. Because this isn't just about beating the HOA, native grasses actually make your life easier. They need way less water. Their roots go deep, sometimes 10 feet down. Regular lawn grass, maybe 6 inches of roots. Native grasses can survive droughts that would kill a normal lawn. You'll save hundreds of dollars a year on water bills. In some states, thousands, especially if you live somewhere with water restrictions or high utility costs. They need less mowing. Most native grasses only need to be cut once or twice a year. Imagine mowing your lawn twice a year instead of twice a week. That's time and money saved on gas, maintenance, and equipment. They don't need fertilizer. Native grasses evolve to thrive in your local soil. They don't need chemicals to stay green. No more spending money on lawn treatments. No more exposing your kids or pets to pesticides. They support pollinators. Bees, butterflies, and other beneficial insects love native grasses. You're creating habitat. Your neighbors might complain at first, but you're actually helping the local ecosystem. Here's something most people don't know. HOAs are required to be reasonable. That's written into most state HOA laws. They can't enforce rules that are arbitrary or that conflict with environmental protection. If your HOA tries to fine you for native plantings, they're potentially violating their own legal obligations. You can challenge this, and you'll probably win. But there's a catch. Your native lawn can't be completely unkempt. It still needs to look intentional. You can't have trash in it. You can't let invasive species take over. Think of it as a meadow, not a mess. There's a difference. A well-maintained native lawn looks natural, but organized. It has defined borders, it might have pathways. It looks like a landscape choice, not neglect. Some homeowners add small signs that say things like native pollinator habitat or water conservation landscape. This signals to neighbors that you're doing this on purpose. It reduces complaints. You can also create a transition zone. Keep a traditional mowed lawn near your house and sidewalk. Then let the native grasses fill in the rest. This gives you the benefits while keeping the appearance more acceptable to neighbors. Now, what about resale value? This is a common concern. Will a native lawn hurt your home's value? The research says no. In fact, it might help. Younger buyers especially are attracted to sustainable landscaping. They see it as a bonus. Lower maintenance, lower costs, better for the environment. That's appealing. And if a buyer doesn't like it, they can always change it back. But you got to enjoy years of easier lawn care. You won't have spent thousands on water and chemicals. That's money in your pocket. Let's address the elephant in the room. Some HOAs are ruthless. They'll fine you anyway and dare you to fight it. So what do you do first? Don't pay the fine. Paying it admits guilt. Instead, respond in writing. Dispute the fine. Reference the environmental protection laws in your state. Attach photos of your native plantings. Request a hearing with the HOA board. Show up with your documentation. Bring photos, your landscape plan, and any supporting information from your city. Stay calm and factual. If they still won't budge, mention that you're prepared to involve legal counsel. Most HOAs will reconsider at this point. Legal battles are expensive. They don't want to set a precedent by losing. In extreme cases, you might need to actually hire a lawyer. But many will take these cases on contingency, especially if there's clear legal precedent. And if you win, the HOA often has to pay your legal fees. There's another angle to this. Some states have right to garden laws or right to landscape laws. These explicitly protect homeowners who want to grow food or native plants. Check if your state has these. Florida has a law that prevents HOAs from banning vegetable gardens. Maryland protects native plantings. Illinois has similar protections. These laws were created specifically because HOAs were overreaching. You might have legal protections you don't even know about. Do your research. Look up your state HOA laws. Look for environmental protection statutes. You'll be surprised what you find. Here's a pro tip. Join forces with neighbors. If multiple homeowners transition to native landscaping, the HOA can't fight all of you. There's power in numbers. Start a conversation. Share information. Create a small group of people interested in sustainable landscaping. The more people who do this, the more normal it becomes. Your HOA might even change their rules to accommodate native plantings. Once they see it's a losing battle, they often update their guidelines. You could be the catalyst for that change. Now, let's talk about specific grass types you should consider. This depends on your region, but I'll give you some winners. For the Northeast and Midwest, buffalo grass is amazing. It's native, it stays short naturally, and it handles cold winters. It needs almost no water once established. Little bluestem is another great choice. It grows in clumps, turns a beautiful copper color in fall, and provides year-round interest. It only gets about 3 feet tall. In the South, muhly grass is stunning. It has pink or purple plumes in the fall. It's drought-tolerant and deer-resistant. Plus, it's clumping, so it won't spread aggressively. For the Southwest and West Coast, blue grama grass is perfect. It's extremely drought-tolerant. It stays relatively low, and it has unique seed heads that look like tiny flags. Always check with your local extension office or native plant society. They can tell you exactly what's native to your specific area. Don't guess, use plants that actually belong there. One more thing. Document the condition of your lawn before you transition. Take photos. If your HOA claims you've damaged property values or created a nuisance, you have before and after evidence. Show that you maintained your lawn according to their rules. Then show your intentional transition to native landscaping. This proves you're not being negligent. You're making a conscious environmental choice. Keep all correspondence with your HOA, every letter, every email, every fine notice. Create a file. If this ever goes to court or mediation, you'll need a paper trail. Here's the bottom line. Your HOA has power, but it's not unlimited. They can't override environmental laws. They can't punish you for making sustainable choices. Native landscaping is your loophole. It's legal, it's beneficial, and it saves you time and money. Most HOAs won't fight you on this if you do it right. Be smart about it. Be intentional. Document everything. Know your rights, and don't be intimidated by fine notices. Thousands of homeowners have already used this strategy. Courts consistently side with environmental protection. You're on solid legal ground. So, if you're tired of fighting with your HOA over grass height, if you're tired of wasting money on water and chemicals, if you want a lawn that actually works for you instead of against you, native grasses are your answer. Your HOA won't tell you this. They benefit from keeping you in the dark. But now you know, and knowledge is power. Subscribe for more ways to beat HOA overreach.